Okay, just 1 minute. My assistant was supposed to come. I just want to see.
I
But
mean, who knows with traffic, you know?
yeah, she might not make it.
You got to make some grills.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about it.
You know,
We're gonna talk.
That's funny. That's it, huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's a.
Destroys your teeth.
I mean, yeah. If you wear it permanently, yeah, you're not supposed to. Yeah, but you have a lot of people that just they love them. It's a culture thing, I think.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
I had a guy that worked for me that
Mhm.
I guess his were permanent, and when he said, I want to get this off my teeth. One of them went half his teeth were rotted.
Yeah, you're not supposed to wear them like that. Yeah, you're not. But people they want to. Everybody wants to have a status, I guess.
So what do you make them out of?
The we got options of silver, gold.
Is that real gold?
That's not gold. That's alloy.
It's just alloy.
Yeah.
People make them out of the alloy.
No,
No,
no.
you just got it there as an example.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool. We got a few more people on the Zoom. I think we're probably about ready to start.
Ready to start? Yes.
You're welcome to hang out, but just sit at one of the desks. So you're not in the line with the queue.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Please.
Okay. Y'all ready? Okay. Okay. Okay.
So if you guys are ready, you can just introduce yourself to start. We got you on the audio. We're ready to go.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Rita McMorris. I am the owner of 7 Metal Works, and I've been doing gold grills, silver grills for the last 23 years. And I'm here to show everyone step by step how to make a grill. And just ask me any questions.
are you seeing a lot more silver grills now than gold grills just because of the prices?
Yeah, I am. I am. A lot of people are opting out for silver, and they also ask to have it plated, gold plated. So they could be gold plated, and that doesn't last forever, but it could be replated. Yeah. So yeah. Right now it's almost summertime, so a lot of people are want to get grills to express themselves. Yep. So, okay. First of all, it starts off with the impression. You have to take a great impression. So we have the. I can use someone as an example if I have to. That would be great. Okay. Oh, sure. Sure. Sit right here. Starts off with.
I've always wanted a bottom grill.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, let's take your bottom impression.
With
So
little things too.
the fangs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's cute.
Oh yeah. It's different. So it's a difference in the tray. So you can see it right here. So you'll know this right here is a bottom impression tray, and this is the top. As you see, it's a difference. It's full. So this is the top and this is the bottom. Okay, and I'm gonna show you it's measurements with it. So this is the material we use, alginate and plaster. So we're going to use the alginate. We're going to measure the alginate here. We're going to give you 1 scoop of this. I'm going to go up to here. Let's see, more than almost like a tablespoon. And we're just going to scoop it in there. Yep. Okay, we're gonna fill it up. Okay, and close it up. And then I'm gonna turn around and use water. Use 1 scoop of water and one like a tablespoon of water. Okay. Oops. Okay. I'm going to mix it really fast. And I'm going to come around. Come around. And everything in there. And just especially go across, cover the area, especially that you're going to be covering. And I assume you probably like 6, right? Okay. Okay, so open real wide. If you can, just hold your lip down. There you go. And just open a little wider. Okay, and I'm just gonna put it in there for like 4 minutes, and you can let the tongue go, okay? And just hold it still. Let me get you a paper towel. Okay, use this when you finish. So yeah, it's gonna take 4 minutes to set, and then we're gonna set it with plaster. It's important to set it right away, because if you don't, the gum line will shrink, and that will make the impression it'll distort it. Pretty much, it'll distort the impression. So we have to set it right away. And as far as measurement, I would say about 2 tablespoons of this plaster, and we're going to get it into like a milkshake consistency. And I didn't mention it was the same thing with the alginate, milkshake consistency, a little thicker, but just don't let it get dry, because it's no good then. Yeah. Okay, so we're almost 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute. I can kind of tell by this if it's ready. Okay.
So while we're waiting, how did you get started in grills? What got you in here?
I worked with a former boyfriend, and he was doing it, and I learned under him. And whenever after that relationship was over with, I just kind of got into it myself. But I was already into art anyway, so I just went on and just continued, But I was, I drew a lot of things like pencil work, but I just found myself into this. I kind of like by default got into it, but so I just continued in a different form of art, decorative arts, so you call it. Okay, it should be ready. See, it turned white, so it's ready. It's like color change. Yep. So the impression should be. Where can I show you how the impression should be? I don't know where the camera's zoom at. So.
There's one right here.
Okay. The impression.
If you stay at the desk, I'll go to the, I'll zoom into you.
Okay, perfect.
People on the desktop.
Okay.
Like on your little green map there would be perfect.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Right here. Move this out of the way. All right. The impression should be, almost perfect. Well, this one is pretty good, but you should especially see the gum line, from front to back. Even though you can see a little blue in there, that's okay. But the gum line, the bite registration is most important. And so this is a really good one. We got a gum line, and then now I'm gonna set it with plaster. Yep, so. And by the way, the plaster comes in different colors, blue, yellow, and white. So sometimes I mix it to make a different color. But yeah, but the white tends to be softer, which is easier to carve. The blue is good, the yellow is a little harder. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool that it comes in different colors. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is show you how I mix it up. I think I just showed you with the water, but just put a little bit in here in the tray, in the impression tray, and tap it for like 2 minutes. All the bubbles should come up.
Now, would you ever use vacuum in place of tapping, or is it just best?
You can use vacuum. I use that sometimes, but I've just been so used to doing it by hand.
Well, it saves you a whole extra piece of equipment.
The primitive way, and but I actually have a little hand, it's a small mini vac, that sometimes I use, to shake the bubbles up, but this is just as effective. Put a little bit in there and just tap for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then you go ahead and fill it up. And once you fill it up, it takes about 30 minutes to dry. Yeah, it takes quite a, so it's important to get all those bubbles out. It's very important because the mold, it'll come out with holes in it, stuff like that. So I filled it up, and I'm gonna put it, I got these trays here to just put it in here. And let's see, it's not gonna work. That's good right there.
You stuck the water bottle on the other side of the tray?
The water bottle?
Place the water bottle
Oh.
the tray on the side?
Okay, like this.
Yeah, that'll stay there. Hold still.
Gravity, yeah, okay, got it. So yeah, it takes about 30 minutes to dry, and once it dries, and pop it up and cut the gum line back and start waxing. But like I said, it's just so many different steps with this, and I tell everybody it's almost like a board game, but you just do everything right and have discipline, patience, and you'll create a routine, and then it's just like second nature after that. So yeah, so that impression is very important. It's very important and a good one. And yep, so we're gonna let that dry. Let it dry for like 30 minutes.
So when you're taking the impression, if it's not a great impression, is that going to be visible immediately to you, or are you going to have to wait until you've done the whole molding process to find out if there were any issues?
You can tell.
Okay.
You can tell. You could look, especially looking at the gum line, and if you see like rips and stuff like that, and if you see the gum line missed, or it's probably not going to be a good one. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. That saves you, having to wait 30 minutes in between. You can just go ahead and do it again.
Take another one.
Yeah.
Take another one. And also, I have this. I know a lot of people know about it. It's putty. It's silicone impression, and for people that just can't actually be here physically or be somewhere physically, they can just purchase a silicone kit. You can purchase it online, and it's essentially just mixing the two colors together. And once you get one color, you place it on a tray and bite down, and then in that case you don't have to even set it, because it kind of like it sits still in there, you know, and so a lot of people opt to using this whenever, you know, they're out of state or something like that. So you get.
Prefer
Yeah, sure.
the other one, like with the pasta and stuff, rather than the silicone?
Do I prefer the alginate? I do. I do prefer the alginate, probably because I've been using it so long, and it seems like a lot of people they don't really understand how to use this. So when the impressions come like in the mail, they're always distorted, or they're just double taken. So I do prefer this, but if people understand how to take it, it's no problem. But I do prefer this. Yep. This is less costlier. So I use it. It's the company is called Hydrodent Chromatic Alginate. So I like it. I like that.
Can you give us an overview of like 3 days of the workshop that you'll be teaching, like what we'll cover each day?
Sure. The first day we really need to focus on taking a correct impression. I would say about at least 2 hours impression taken and then setting. You know, so we'll make sure that the molds are great. We have a good gum line, so you know we can wax great and you know go forward. But so we're going to talk about that mostly. We're going to talk about mostly on that first day the mold taking, and we're going to talk about safety too, of course, because that comes down with casting and everything. But yeah, we're going to talk on the second day. I'm sorry, no, I'm jumping. So the first half we're going to talk about mold taking. Second, we're going to go to waxing. That's the most important step, because if that's not right, it's not going to fit. The grill is not going to fit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna cover the most important things on that first day.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. And second day, we're gonna do the investment. We're gonna mix the investment powder. We're gonna do the investment. We're gonna use the oven, set it overnight. Third day, we're gonna come and we're gonna cast and finish. Yeah, so I hope I made that pretty clear. So yeah, we gotta get a good impression, do a good wax up on that second day, and cast and finish the third day. And any additions, we probably be able to squeeze it in, like if you wanted to gold plate something or add diamond cuts. I have a diamond cutter here, you know, to put the designs on it. We can add cuts to it, you know, with this diamond flywheel. And some people prefer a complete look, like they call it perm cut, so to cut it down to look more realistic. So we'll do all that after we finish, after we polish and everything like that. We'll take the saw and cut it down. And I have disc here, disc right here, to round it off, to finish it, to make it look, you know, look like teeth, real teeth. So yeah, so we'll do all of that at the finishing point. And like I said, the designs. Also, if someone prefers like a design like a heart or a star or a triangle, a circle, square, we can cut that in the wax. Yep, we can cut that in the wax. And some birds have a finishing on them. We could put like a little fuzzy looking finish, like diamond dust, or you know. So you know, we have a few options. If they want stones, I don't set diamonds or anything like that. But if they want stones, they could just double thick the wax, and we could cast it. And then you know they could outsource it to someone to set stones. So I have a sample of a moissanite grill here. Yeah.
You guys are welcome to gather down and do the overhead cameras so you guys can get closer.
Yeah, silver and moissanite.
So cool. But you don't set them yourself?
I don't. That's too tedious. This is enough. And this is another grill. This is a, I'm not quite finished with it yet, but this is one I was working on, but silver. And I took the saw here and, you know, and just,
Oh, that's what you meant by, yeah.
and just
Make
went
it
on
like
and
the
cut it
teeth.
down. Cut it on down, and then I used the disc here with the flex shaft. These discs right here to go around and put those curves to make it look permanent.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so yeah, it's kind of, you know, you get kind of dusty, but I mean, at the end result is always great. Yeah, and here's another one. This is a gold one.
Cool. Do you use your own teeth for these usually?
No, these are all I'm working on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I haven't even cut those in, but you know, you go in there and just cut it down. And I haven't did it yet, but and these are some in the raw form after casting. After casting.
Oh, okay. So that turns into that when you just like finish
Yes,
polishing.
yep. After we use the disc, but this is right after casting. You see, they got 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they wanted me to cut. So they got 10 at the bottom, but they wanted me to cut it in half, so it'll be like a 2-piece.
Okay, cool.
She got a 2-piece, and she got 10 at the top. But yeah, once you file it away and polish it, it looks totally different.
Yeah.
It looks totally different. Sure does.
How do you get like really like in the crevices and in the details when you're polishing and finishing?
And whenever I'm polishing and finishing, to make it look really shiny,
Yeah.
I have a rubber wheel that I use that can go in there.
Okay.
Yeah, a rubber wheel, and I have a brush wheel that'll go in there too,
Okay.
to get all of that out. And you know, sometimes the polisher, there's wheels that you can kind of maneuver and get in there too. But I like the little brushes too, the little wire brush. That's good, and the rubber wheel, of course. But yeah, it looks totally different once. This is just the raw form, but once it's polished and everything, it looks totally different.
So how long does a piece usually take to make like from start to finish?
Taking shortcuts, you could do it about 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
You could do it in about 4 hours, but really, honestly, a very efficient burnout would be 24 hours. Let it sit, and then come down on the temperature, let it cool down, then cast it.
Yeah.
So on gold, the melting point is around 1300, and as you see, this is silver. So that melting point, you could cast it at about 1000. So we have options, different metals. Yeah, different metals than Dallas sells as well. So it's a lot. It's a lot of little different attachments and different ways to tweak it, to be honest. And like you said, you wanted fangs.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, you can make
Right.
you can definitely make fangs, and
And that's just part of the waxing process, right?
it is.
Yeah.
It is. You can just. I had a piece of that wax. I don't know what I did with it, but it's called utility wax. It's soft, and once we make the mold of your teeth, we just add to there and just kind of shape it. Add that utility wax and kind of shape it. You want to make it long, you can make it long, and then we just take the waxer, which I have here. I have this waxer here, and just kind of, you can paste it up there, turn the wax on and paste it up there.
So is this usually hard wax though that you use for the base of the teeth,
It's actually
or is it all soft wax?
yeah, it's soft actually. Let me show you.
Oh, okay.
You can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it's flexible.
We used it last week.
The sheet wax.
Yeah.
Yep. So so for a lot of people use 22 gauge for the silver. The silver is it's a little more malleable. 22 gauge. And I really use 20 gauge on silver, which is thicker. But
You
a lot.
use 20?
I use 20 gauge, which is it's visibly thicker.
Is it just personal preference or?
Yeah, because silver is already a thinner metal.
Yeah, true.
It's just, it's just less problems,
What is thicker? Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I like it thicker. But for gold, it's better to use like a 24 gauge, thinner, so you can
Less is more.
save on it. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, we have a lot to cover, but it's a very doable course. Very doable.
Is that 14K gold by the way? Or-
No, this isn't actually. This is an alloy sample.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yep. It's an alloy sample.
That leads me to my next question. So I know sometimes people will make grills out of like dental gold. Is that an option here if we happen to source our own or?
You can make it if you could bring the metal.
Okay. Yay.
The casting is different on that.
Oh, okay.
The casting is different. It's way different. It's almost like casting stainless steel or platinum.
Oh.
It's a harder metal, but I mean, yeah, we could cast it though. We have to
Okay.
get it really hot. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are just opting for silver and they're plating it. We have an option of plating it, gold plating it.
That leads me to another question. So I've seen people like electroplate their grills to make them black or like hot pink. Is that like a similar process or is it like completely different machinery?
I don't really do it.
Okay.
I don't really do it because the chemicals, honestly, those chemicals, they probably toxic.
Yeah.
That's
You want
true.
that in your mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, even though it looks kind of cool, but it's a lot of those chemicals are toxic, and I never got into it. But it's a coating. It's a coating that people purchase, but I just do the plain stuff.
I have seen some enamel grills that looked really cool, which would
Yeah.
be maybe an interesting way to add color.
Oh.
Enamel
That would be wild.
versus, yeah.
Crossover class.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to ask
I'll sign
about
for that too.
what is dental gold, and I also wanted to ask about the plating, but dental gold first. I'm curious. I never heard of that.
It's just an alloy mixed with palladium, nickel, copper, silver, and that palladium is supposed to be, where it'll give it the tarnish resistant nature. Yeah, so a lot of people are using it. It's just really hard to melt. But yeah, there's a lot of people are opting out for that. But it's inexpensive.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's inexpensive. It's not like gold. Gold is expensive, but yeah, a lot of people are using that, and I've casted it a few times. So
Which carat do people usually cast in if they are going for gold?
10 karat and 14 karat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the gold price, and you're looking at probably about $100 a tooth, close to $100 a tooth for 10 karat, 14 karat, maybe around 130, 140. Yeah,
What is it for silver?
per tooth, about 40. Yeah, you could really, you can save a lot of money with silver. Yeah, so a lot of people are getting that. I'm doing a lot, as you see. I have a lot of them. A lot of people are getting silver. They're not really spending that much on gold.
And then for the plating process,
Mhm.
you mentioned we would have time to do that for the workshop. How much gold do you need to plate, and like what's the cost for that?
To plate it, well, it's a liquid plating. Yeah, so it's a liquid. So I supply that
Yeah.
and the rectifier.
Uh-huh.
I bring the rectifier, the machine, the stainless steel anode, the copper, all of that, and just plate it. Yeah. Yeah, that process takes about 10 to 15 minutes to do. Yeah. But a lot of people are doing that too. They plate it, and whenever if it fades away, they just bring it back. Repolish, yeah, redip, yep. So people are getting creative because the cost is so high right now. And I'm not sure if the cost will go down on gold, but yeah, it's definitely an evolution right now with metal. metal, like you said, enamel. People are doing, people are getting enamel. I've seen a lot of, unique creations with grills. A lot. I just, like I said, I just kind of lay low and just kind of do the basic because you got to have some high tech equipment, 3D scanners and all that. So I just stay in my lane. Yeah. I did try to do one grill. It was successful. It was like a gunpowder metallic color. So I dipped it in liver of sulfur because I was attempting to make it black, but it wouldn't turn black. So it stayed like a gray metallic color, but it turned out pretty nice. So I dipped it in liver of sulfur for about overnight. So that was different. So, yeah.
You mentioned the sample piece you got there that's in alloy. Does anybody actually use alloy for a final piece, or is that just a sample kind of thing?
They do. They use alloy as a final piece, and that's very inexpensive. It's like $20 a tooth, and it's plated. And they know, and if I do it, I will have them sign an agreement that's what they're getting, and yeah. So if that's what they opt out for, yeah. But people are doing it. I've seen it a lot. A lot of people are opting out for that. Believe it or not, they are, because $20 a tooth.
With gold where it is, I believe it.
They just say, let us get something that shines, and then, maybe it'll go down, and then we can go back. So, yeah, they're doing that in the silver. Yep.
As part of the workshop, would you be able to show us with the wax up if we wanted to do something that was more like a single tooth, that was more decorative, or like spacer bars kind of look, like in between the teeth?
I can, yes, I can.
And then I think I've had some questions asked when people reach out to me of like, how many grills can we make?
I would per person, I would do maybe. I mean, if they wanted to do multiple, well, I would limit it to a top and a bottom. Yeah. Because we do have to focus on getting the wax right, and the gum, scratching the gum line back. So we have to focus on the waxing. So if we wax up too much, that it could be time consuming.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we could cut out hearts. I'm not the best at cutting out stars, but we could cut out hearts, triangles, initials. Yeah. That's no problem. But and the bar, the Beyonce grill, where you cut out, cut the bottom part out, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty simple. Yeah, it's just the diamond setting I just don't do. Yeah.
I have a question based off that. I am a little crazy, so I do like to make a lot of different wax models. Let's say, hypothetically, I was able to make some outside of class and bring them in. Is there a limit on how many we can cast? I understand, like you said, it's time consuming, so all while we're here. But let's say I made like 4.
4?
Like, can I still cast all of them? Like, is there a limit on that?
I don't see anything wrong with casting 4. And then it probably would depend on how many students were in the workshop, but so far, I don't see anything wrong with casting 4. Are they large pieces, or are they're?
Oh, like probably like some decorative ones, like probably like 2 together, like 1 full bottom, some open face ones.
Okay, yeah.
If you brewed them all on the same, like in the same flask, that would not take up any difference in casting time if she's got 1 flask, but it just has more pieces in it. Is there a limit when you are casting to like how many pieces you put in a flask, or do you cast 1 grill at a time, or?
I like to cast only 2 at a time. I just seems like the more you try to put in there, is just like the more prone you are to have some errors, maybe porosity, maybe just errors, maybe overcrowded. But I always like to do 2, But if they're small pieces, like just say like she was saying, those 2 pieces, you know, it's okay. Like in a medium size, like a 3-inch cylinder, it's okay to, it's okay to put 3 or 4. Like it's like 2 pieces, a 6 piece,
Yeah.
and maybe
That's still within the range of just
yeah.
one mouthful of teeth.
And when we start doing 10 top, 10 bottom, I would only put like, cause that's the most popular thing right now. 10 top, 10 bottom, 12 top, 12 bottom, or 8 and 8. So I would do only 2. I would only sprue it up in like a 3x3 cylinder. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, cause that's a lot of teeth. So yeah, you gotta be conservative on that. And the burnout is more. It would require more time on bigger pieces. Yep. So other than that, it's with this you just have to, you know, like I said, have patience, discipline, have some good hand and eye coordination, manual dexterity, and you will be fine. Yeah, you will be fine with it. As far as going on with the career, I've taught several people, and they've successfully opened up shops. One in Nashville, Tennessee, one in Huntsville, Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, and it's several other people that they just take impressions and ship them to me and stuff like that. So they make income that way. So it's definitely profitable.
Welcome to come in.
It's definitely profitable, and you can definitely make a career out of it. I've been doing it 23 years. Yeah, so that's a long time. But you know, as you see, I have the first aid kit here. So dealing with the knife, you always end up with all type of cuts. So it's always good to have that and also another thing we're going to talk about is the calculations of how to do the ratio with the we weigh the wax to know exactly how much metal we need. So that's like a formula. So we're going to talk about that formula with the silver. Even if they use alloy, even whatever they use, it's a formula for it, you know. And with measuring, I talked about the measuring on this, but with the investment powder, it's measurements with everything. So definitely a lot of chemistry and you know, it's just art and chemistry mixed together and science pretty much. So definitely a lot of that.
When you're doing custom work to custom fit somebody, and there's all these different steps and processes for bringing in, so it's got to be attention to detail, I think.
Yes, it is, and yeah, you have to pay close attention and just discipline, and if you're determined to do it, I don't think nothing else will deter you from doing it. If you really want to do it, you know, like it'll be easy. You were just like, okay, all right, okay. This is what I have to do.
Questions in the chat? Sorry.
Not yet. I'm just letting them know that they're free to ask any questions if they have any. Not yet.
Yes.
Let you know.
Can you walk us through a little bit of like the wax process? Because I see that it's sheet wax, but a lot of the videos I've seen is like using the pen and like kind of like drawing out the design.
Some people do it, yeah. And another thing, some people have different techniques, but I'm gonna show you my technique. But as long as it works for other people, you know, I don't have any problem with it. Hold on, I have a mold here. I think it's right here. Okay, yeah, I can walk you through it. You can come up a little closer. You can sit right here. So, okay, so once that mold, and this won't take long, once that mold is dry, actually we could do hers actually. Let's see if we can do hers. We might do hers. Let's see, hold on a second. It's still wet. No. It's still wet. But okay, so this one is dry, and so here's how I do it. I put it in water. That makes it a little easier to cut. Okay. And okay, take it out of water. And hold on 1 second. Dry it a little bit, just a little, and
The water makes it easy to cut.
easier to carve. Mm-hmm. And then the first thing we're gonna look at the gum line, make sure we got a smooth gum line, make sure there's no imperfections, but
So that's an imperfection, right?
yeah, but
Nothing.
nothing major.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then just try to cut back about half a millimeter
Okay.
of the gum line, like this.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yep, just cut it back. So I got the toothbrush here. Oops.
Can I ask a question while you're doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I know some people like to get distracted.
No, that's okay. I got it.
But I noticed how like sometimes like the tip of the tooth will have like a little chip in it. I
Mhm.
was just wondering, does that affect like the final product itself? Like, is it okay to put wax over it, or is it?
The utility wax. Yeah, we could put utility wax over it. That's a
Okay.
good question. Cause honestly, a lot of people come with broken teeth and gaps and spaces, and that does slow the process down because it's almost like you have to restructure and make up for what's not there. Cause you know, I guess some people do like camouflage dentistry. They just need to cover up something. But a lot of cases there are situations like this. So that utility wax, I'll bring it into class. I'll show you how to use it, and also keep some glue, some super glue, to put that to attach it and let it dry. Once it dries, you can go ahead and cut the mold out.
Okay.
So
So like use that to fill the space and
Yes.
then you put the wax on top. Okay, that makes
yeah,
sense.
let it dry. Okay, so glue it over there, and then let it dry, and then you can go ahead and start cutting.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there in place of the imperfection. Mm-hmm.
So you trim the gum line in the front and the back.
In the front and the back. Mm-hmm. At least a half a millimeter. You can go back a little more if you need, but.
And what's the point of that?
So once we make the wax, it will attach and it will clip right on. It clip right on the tooth. It'll snap on. Yep. So I got it trimmed. Got it trimmed here, and just say. Let me turn the wax around. I want to use the thicker because that 20 gauge because just say I want to do silver. So and it's a lot of manipulation with your fingers, but it's just less problem. As you can see, it's thicker.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see it, and you can tell that's 23 gauge.
This is what you would use for like gold.
Yeah, you see it's thinner.
Oh yeah.
That's thinner.
Do you find that it's easier for beginners to work with the thicker gauge sheet or thinner gauge sheet, or is it not really
Thinner.
thinner?
Yeah, because this right here, it's kind of thick. Another option is 22 gauge, which I recommend. Really, with silver, the 22 gauge is better. Well, it's good, but I like, me personally, I like to use I like the 20 gauge. Yeah, but 22 gauge is okay to work with because that 23 is a little too thin. Yep. Okay. So, like I said, this is 20 gauge, and you can kind of I have it cut out, as you see. You see it in the back too.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna say cover 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut out enough for 6. I'm not gonna necessarily use the ruler, but I can cut out. You can kind of tell how much you need for 6. Yeah. Okay. Need this oil. I usually use baby oil, but this is some oil. I'll show you what I'm gonna do with that. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, you see right here, we're gonna cover the gum line. Cover the gum line with that wax, the top of the wax. Some people flip it right over like this right here. Some people flip it right over, but I always, just to save, so I don't have to waste a lot of wax, I always just cut it right down the middle. Like that. Just cut it and flip it over.
Okay.
And you see how
I see.
you see how hard it is to, well, it's not hard, but you know, it's,
You gotta use some pounding.
yeah, but the thinner waxes, you don't have to. But yeah, it's almost like sculpting at this point. Sort of like it. So I'm gonna cut that over. This extra wax.
I've seen some people use like hot water. How do you feel about that? Like,
Hot water for waxing.
yeah, like they'll dip the sheet wax into hot water. They said it helps like mold it easier to the teeth.
Makes it more
Yeah,
malleable.
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Right.
I use just the regular water, you know, but and then I use that baby oil because it helps. So you see right there that little extra. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it. Cut that off. I'm gonna cut that away. Yeah. So some people do. Yeah, they use that hot water. I just use cold water. It don't matter to me. I mean, but yeah, hot water is it will help melt it
Oh.
quicker. Okay, so now you see we got it all in there. Well, and you see that space right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cover that with wax.
Gotcha.
Any white spots is good to cover it with wax.
So it's fine if that happens. You wouldn't start over.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just cover it with wax. We're gonna get to that, and then okay. So and then they got different dental tools you could use. I prefer the one with curves. With the curves. This one is, I like that. I prefer anything that's kind of bent, because you just kind of respect the anatomy of the shape of the tooth. So yeah, it's different types, and then some people use the X-Acto knife. I use just carving knife. But first, before I get there, I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna turn the waxer on, and I'm gonna cover all the spots that are open and that are light. Okay.
Is that just a ball of sheet wax?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I normally have the other wax. It's a little container that it comes
Yeah,
in, but you could use this the same. So let me let this get hot. Let me turn it up. This is the waxer. And I'm gonna cover all those areas. Let me turn it down a little bit. You can get this off Amazon too. So that area that's light there, I'm gonna just cover it. See, there's another light area on the canine right there. Sorry. And then, of course, that middle part, because that's open.
Where you cut it.
Yeah, where that slit is. Turn it down a little bit. It's always good to keep water here because the water will stop the wax. You know, it'll just put it in the water and there you go. It's sealed.
Oh, okay.
It seals it.
So like kind of flash freezes it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off for now. And then what we're gonna do next is carve around the gum line. Just carve around it. And that's when the oil comes in. I like to put that oil up there.
Oh.
And you can see how it makes it a little more visible.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And then, I don't know, but I just like to wipe it and stuff. just get it prepared. Okay, now we're gonna start carving it. So now you see, I was saying about the curved dental tool. Okay, just carve that gum line. And you're just pretty much tracing it, essentially. Tracing around the gum line. Yeah, you see it.
So you're pressing the wax into the gum line to make sure it gets a good seal on there?
And I'm just doing like a second indentation with this right here. Yes, pressing it with my fingers. But this is a thicker wax, so it's a lot of extra work, but it's okay. Yep. Let's see. Let's see. Trace it. Yep. Yeah, that's the front. And I'm gonna do the back now. Yeah, that's where all the patience comes in.
Would you say you're using a lot of strain? Or no? When you're like pushing down?
No, not really. Cause you know, I guess cause I'm in the back of my mind, I know I gotta carve, so.
Yeah.
Not really. Yep. So I mean, you know, really you're tracing it and you're cutting it out, and you're looking for any light spots, and you cover those light spots, and and then it's, you know, you're good. The wax should be good, but a lot of people get discouraged at, you know, with the waxing because they say, you know, it's too tedious. But like I said, once you develop a routine, you'll understand it, and I guess it's spatial reasoning and stuff like that. All that. I'm starting to carve it now. You see? Can you see?
Yeah.
Carve it out a little better.
So I know you mentioned you got some of your tools on Amazon, but it's okay if we have direct links, because you know not every product on Amazon is made equally.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I would like to see that waxer.
That waxer? Yeah. Yeah, just so you know, like I said, it's just it's like carving at this point. So see, I made an error right there. Can you see it? I took too much off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, moving fast. So let me. I can correct that with the wax.
Like just fill it in
That's
type
great,
of thing.
because
Yeah.
then we get to see it. Like thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you can fill it in, and oh yeah, I'm gonna demonstrate a fang too.
Yay.
I saw her. You had a soft wax over there. You still have it? Can I see a small piece of it? Yeah, that's utility wax that she had. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's it. That's that utility wax. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna fill it in as you see. Oh, yeah, y'all, I'm up there on the camera. Okay.
I had a question about that as well. So in the past, at least I attempted to do it with the wax pen, like apply it directly, take the wax and apply it directly to the mold. But I've noticed that it seems as if the wax would separate itself from the mold. Like, is there like a technique to make sure it doesn't?
Using that directly.
Yeah.
That right there is like taking a chance. That's I know someone that does that, and he's been doing that he's in his 70s. He's Eddie's Gold Grills. That's his technique. He uses directly from the pen, but I've never did it that way. I've always used it the sheet way, but I've never did that, and I see a lot of people doing that. But I guess it's what worked for me, and it never worked for me. But this is similar. Like you see, as you see, I'm filling it in.
Right.
It's very similar, but as far as doing the whole grill, I don't know if I would do that, because I guess it's because it's so easy to just get the sheets. The sheets, yep.
I guess it would be more for like very specific designs,
Yeah.
right?
Like something more abstract.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you wanna, I mean, I feel like this is more precise though, with the sheets. The sheets are just so calculated and so right. Yeah.
Now, if you were going to cut any designs into any of the teeth, would you do that now, earlier, later? When would you do that?
I could do it now. Do it right now. I'll do one. I'm gonna do one after I cut this out. I'm gonna do one, and I'm gonna do a fang.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. It's better to just do it in the wax. I mean, you could cut out after it's casted, but the metal is getting through the metal is another thing.
Wax is way easier, yeah.
Yep.
Plus, then you'd have to, more scrap metal. Why bother?
Just do it in the wax. So, all that excess wax could be used you know, for extra or just for the wax ball, you know.
Now, which gauge sheet wax did you say you were using this
This
time?
one, 20. It's thicker and it's especially better for silver, but like I said, you could use 22. 23 definitely I wouldn't use on silver, it's too thin. But
And you go all the way down to 24 for gold, right?
yes, all the way to 24. Because you know it's so thin and you can yeah, but only thing about that, the gold is gonna come out, you know, the grill will come out thin, easier to bend and break. Yeah.
And do some people prefer to have a thicker gold grill, or was it you just prefer to have it thinner?
I've heard some people say, a lot of people say they want it thicker, but you know, then you have to weigh it. So, and then you're gonna, you know, then the cost is gonna go up. And some people's teeth are bigger. And like I said, some people have complexities like spaces, gaps, missing teeth. So, you know, it's a lot involved, you know, especially when you get a mold, because you really have to assess it and see everything that you have to do to it, and that will take, you know, a lot of time. Yeah. So let me finish this on the back. Yep. Make sure everything is sealed. I'm gonna seal that one more time. Make sure it's nice and sealed. And sometimes I just go down there and just cover that, make sure.
How do you deal with like the end pieces, like where the grill ends?
Mhm.
Like where do you like cut it off?
Oh, okay. Let me show you. Like right here.
Yeah.
Let's see. First, let me seal it, and then you can just you just cut it off. You cut it off. I'm gonna show you how I do it. Okay. Go ahead. You can just go into the that space there, right there where it ends at. Does that
Like
make
where it
sense?
touches the next teeth.
And start carving
Oh, I
away,
see.
and then start carving around the gum.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to have like the equipment to just like do a small like studio in your like house? Like, what would you need? Because I feel like that wouldn't fit in a house.
If you have a basement or you have a garage, yeah, you can. I wouldn't recommend inside of a house because of the toxic, you know, that investment powder and just the burnout. I wouldn't have it in a house. I wouldn't even bring it to my house because I wouldn't even want to do it at home because I don't know. It's a lot of work, and then when you go home, but yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So I was gonna make the fang for you. Okay. Make the fang for you. This utility wax, it's a little softer, as you can touch it and see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's the kind that melts the body heat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see, I cut all the gum line, cut it out, and it's ready to go. So let me ask you something. What size fang? Would you like it longer, extended?
I'm kind of dramatic, so probably, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's make you a long one then.
If I can find an example.
You say you're kind of dramatic.
Yeah. Because, you know, some things, they're cute, but I want people to look at it and know.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know?
Like that? Or it needs to be longer?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, so that's quick.
So you just like press it in with your hands
Yeah.
and that's it? Oh, awesome.
And then you seal it with
Okay, seal it.
with this. Yep. And you want it curved. Yeah, just pretty much. You attach it to it. Yeah, with the waxer.
Saved collection.
Yes. It's all my references.
Oh my God, love.
So I'll do.
Look
just
at girls.
save, yeah.
I like those.
Right. That's why I
Yeah.
want to make so many pairs, guys.
Then you could turn around and just make it. You can make it real pointed or long, or you can make it longer. You can make it shorter. You just take it off. But yeah. So you can kind of do it how you want it. Shape it with your finger.
Well, I can
Look
do
at
that.
We asked in the chat if anyone has any questions because we're just at about 7:05, so about to wrap it up. If you guys have any more Q&A, now's the time. You've been asking great questions so far.
Oh yeah.
No, I asked all my questions.
And
I think we're both signed up for your workshop this.
okay, great. And the cut, let me just show you. I was gonna do something easy, pretty simple, a triangle. It's so simple. I can do a heart too, but
Oh yeah, a star would be kind of hard.
my star would be hard. Yes. Well, maybe not to be the best triangle, but
Ben, you do have a question on
and do a teardrop. Just different things. I got to.
So do you also seal that, or do you just kind of finish it once you cast it?
What
like
this?
like the edges.
No, you don't have to seal it.
Okay.
It's just like that. And yeah, yeah. You could do a heart in there. I'm not gonna try to do a star. That's always been challenging, but yeah. And okay, so just say if they want an open face crown, you could cut it.
We did have a couple of questions from the chat.
Okay.
So Amari wanted to know, when it comes to making grills with opal stones or colored grills, where would you go to get that done? Or is that something you'll be teaching in the class?
I don't teach it at all. I don't. Opals, colored stones. I have several friends that set diamonds. I don't do it, but the opals, I have a friend that does that too. But it's just that's something additional. I never got into it. Yeah, that's.
Well,
yeah,
with setting on top of this whole process.
Just with this.
Yeah, no time for that.
Workshop, I think.
Oh yeah, probably a month. Yeah, it's a lot involved. So I just chose to just wax and cast and finish, and some other things, jewelry, rings, ring making, and stuff like that, pendants. But yeah, it's more complex.
Plus, opals wouldn't last very long anyway because they're so delicate. Maybe if a man-made opal, they'd last a little better, but opals aren't very sturdy.
Yeah, a lot of people are they're having an alternative option. They're getting an enamel that looks like opals, but that's again, I don't know about the toxicity of it, like what the material is, stuff like that. But I know it's real popular right now. It's real popular.
So is there anybody you know that does do that, or if you were interested in go?
I have a few friends that do it. Yeah, I can refer them to that person.
I think it'd be good to outsource things. We don't have to do every single skill ourselves.
Let somebody else do it.
Learning every single skill there is. We could just pay someone to get it done.
True.
Because they spent all that time learning it. That's kind of how I feel about something.
It's a lot. It's a lot involved, but just the skill itself, just learning how to do it is, it's just people like grills, and I don't think it's ever gonna go away. It just keeps going.
Do students need to bring all the materials with them here? Are you gonna have like most of the materials available? What's that look like?
Yes. It's I'm bringing everything except the metal.
Okay.
So
So they'll need to know if they want to use silver, gold,
yes,
or whatever, right?
they need to know what they want to use. Yep, and they can purchase it here from Dallas. If they want to use gold, silver, or they can purchase, like I said, from him. Yep, and that's pretty much it. I do say, you know, we have to be safe in here. We have to wear goggles. We have the oven. We have probably the steamer. So we just have to be, you know, just use safety. Be real wise with being safe and stuff like that. Be very precautious about what we touch and everything. Follow directions. Yep.
Awesome. That's all the questions that we had from online.
Okay. Alrighty. All right.
Thank you so much. Great.
Absolutely. I look forward to teaching the class.
Or to taking it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Is it okay if I take a picture, please?
Yes. Sure.
Thank you.
Oops.
Can I take a picture back to you? Sorry, I know how technology is finicky.
Oh yeah, you can take a picture. Oh yes, you're welcome. I see you in the class. Okay.
Thanks everyone on Zoom for attending. I sent Dallas's phone number in the chat if you want to reach out to him about metals. It's probably good to do in advance. He is teaching a class right now, so please don't call him right now though. But yeah, you can shut down the Zoom, Ben. I think we're good here. Thank you so much, Rita. We're really looking forward to the workshop on May 29th, 30th, 31st, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, Friday,
yes.
Saturday, Sunday.
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's do it.
See you then.
Let's do it. Yes.
All right. That's it.
Yeah.
You did great.
No.
You got into it. It was, I know, I was trying to figure, okay, so how are we doing this?